Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which I'm going to be taking on the Starting Out Part 14 LUFENIA Plus quest as part of Rem's Intersecting Wills. And this time I'm going in with a launch team with Selphie. Of course, we're busting out Gilgamesh again because he's the perfect excuse to use my purple greatsword, which is well on its way to becoming a 5 out of 5 UT. I am pretty much on schedule for being able to get that up and running very, very soon. I have a Garnet friend who does have a perfect UT, so I'm going to be swapping her out for my own Garnet here, and I'm going to be taking advantage of that. So this Luffy should be fairly straightforward. The only main stipulation that I would give is that the enemies do all trigger automatic attacks once you take them below half health, and they are HP attacks, so you need some sort of means of survival. I'm bringing along a Setzer call ability, so I'm going to freeze them all, and that's what we're going to have for our mitigation. And that should be good enough because I don't think they have any cleansers or immunities, so we should be able to do that and be just fine, because this was designed around using Cypher's Demon Slice to prevent the Brave gain. So a Setzer freeze should be just as good, you would think. And yeah, this is pretty much just standard Blitzkrieg tactics, so without any delay, let's just dive into it. So I know I've not been uploading Opera Omnia videos very sort of promptly, and I've not been recording this. That's due to a combination of the fact that ever since the announcement about the paid gem cap, like the way that Square are handling it, it just leaves a very sort of bad taste in my mouth. Like, I don't like the way that they're doing it. So I have found that my interest in the game has begun to wane somewhat, and that is one of the contributing factors. I mean, the other thing, of course, is the fact that I've been doing this now for a good couple of years, I would think, actually, and if not longer even. And it's getting a little bit sort of, I guess, repetitive. Like, I still enjoy it, but certainly not as much as I did initially when the game was more difficult and I was first getting into it. And there is also the fact that I have spent the last fucking, like, well over a week just absolutely addicted and enthralled to Elden Ring, which I highly recommend for anyone out there who likes action combat. It is truly a masterpiece, and I am not just saying that. It is one of the most sort of enjoyable and fun games I have ever played. So if anyone is on the fence about it, please go try it out. It is one of those, like, most of the time I'm always really skeptical when a game is like really super popular, but for Elden Ring I can say it is for the most part 100% deserved. It is an extremely high quality title and well worthy of your time. So please do go check it out if that kind of thing interests you at all. Right, so that said, let me just boost my stats here with the UT, and I'll go straight into burst. And we're just going to be setting up more or less on turn 1, and we're just going to be like absolutely chewing through these guys. We've all seen this before. We know how this goes. We set up the burst effect, we set the launchers, we set up Gilgamesh, and then we just absolutely go to town and roll these fools. So the thing about this is the LUFENIA orb is that you need to be able to manipulate your party's turns, right? Well, actually, the fun thing about that is that Gilgamesh has that in his kit built in, because he has Royal Sword. He has Onion Knight's LD as one of his special HP attacks. So if we really need to increase the orb, we can do it that way instead. So I'm just going to use Iraha here, and then Rapture. So we need to be very mindful here of turn count. Okay. So we've got 3 here on Rem, so I can either use Gilgamesh's burst, or I can use Alize, and then go into the burst. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use Alize and go into the burst, because her sort of bravery refunds will be better than the additional HP cap that I would get from using his burst finisher first, which, to be honest, I would not even, you know, if you're not hitting the cap, there's no point in having a higher cap, right? I think that makes sense. So without further ado, let me just do this. Man, that is the one attack that like makes my game lag. That is the only way that my game really like ever lags. And of course we've got E3 summon now as well, so like if we need to stall for time, we can go into summon right after the burst. Okay, so yeah, as you've seen, they do their attacks when you reduce them below half health, but of course because we've got the freeze joker on there, they are absolute pussycats. They are not harmful whatsoever. So without further ado, let's dive into the burst. Spread around some of these damage numbers. It's probably going to end up being like a fucking 3-turn count or something stupid. Like this, like any variation of a team that you have like a burst attacker with like Garnet and Selphie, it's just gross, right? You know, it's just disgusting. Like, okay, so we've got Ice Brand. We don't really need the launchers. Like, we've kind of got them already. I'm just waiting until I can put Zack in Gilgamesh's place, but I'm having some fun with Gilgamesh for the time being. You know, while he lasts, might as well give the guy his like time in the spotlight. You know what I mean? That I've like literally never given him before now. Like he spent the whole game being a meme, and now he's like, well, he's still kind of a meme, but he's actually good as well. So I mean that helps. I'm just spreading the damage around. But if we need to, we'll focus on Rem and get her out of the way before the orb goes off. Just look at these follow-ups from Garnet. They are a thing of beauty, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll use Hurricane over here, and then I'll use Skill 2 on Wall again. Good shit. I didn't see what our HP attack turned into. It doesn't matter, we'll be able to summon on the next turn coming out of the burst anyway, and we should probably kill them during the summon. Like, it doesn't even matter about the orb condition, I don't think. Oh, look at these numbers though, look at this burst finisher. Shogari! Fucking, oh, not quite 1.5 million per target. Oh, well, Rem's dead anyway. Okay, you'll love to see it. And here come the attacks, which will do absolutely nothing. Alright, well, I mean, that's, you know, that's nice and everything, but, yeah. time to finish this. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, the game's self-aware at this point, right? Oh, I can't target Vivi because of the taunt. That's funny. I guess the game's kind of self-aware at this point, though, right? Like, it's even sort of lampshading its own lack of difficulty. If you played the IW and you look at the text they said, it was like Rem and Saz like reminiscing and saying that like I feel like there's nothing that can like pose as a challenge anymore compared to the early days, and I mean that's pretty much true. We are where we are, right? Until the Force Hero comes in and changes everything, except it doesn't really, because like with fucking characters like Tifa and Rino are out there, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have to say any more on that. So, thanks everyone for watching. That is going to be my take on the Rems intersecting wills. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you had some good luck, those of you out there who've pulled for Rem and or Cypher. I know I did, because I have to get rid of these gems somehow, but I got pretty lucky, so unfortunately, it feels weird to be saying this, unfortunately I'm going to have to wait till the next banner so I can spend more. But we are where we are. So, thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, take care, and goodbye.